Hello YouTube and welcome to my channel Eddie in Reading Land. My name is Eddie and today I'm bringing you a comparison of The Children of the Wheel by Sia Hunt. This one is The Children of Litha and this one is The Children of Ostara. Okay guys, I think that we're gonna go ahead and start right away because we're gonna go through two tarots and I'm going to compare the two, and I don't know what I'm going to say or not going to say. I'm not really sure if I'm gonna pick a favorite from the two tarots that I have by Sia Hunt, but let's see if I'm able to even do that. Grab your drink of choice because you know that it's just gonna take me a while. So, and I'm using my little bibliophile cup, and I'm drinking just tea, just because I don't drink anything else other than tea and water and coffee in the morning. But yeah, let's jump right into them, guys. So here we have the Fool, and this is the Children of Litha and this is the Children of Ostara. The Children of Litha are based on animals, and the Children of Ostara is based on plants. So we are going to see. I just want to compare the two because her style has been. Let me see if I can get this closer here. There we go. That's way better. Okay, her style didn't change. I mean, you can tell that this is the same artist, but I am really blown away at how different the Fools even feel between each other. I mean, this one being the summer Fool and this one being the spring Fool, that is exactly the vibes that I'm getting from the Fools. I'm getting that she is here in the summer, and it's and I'm obviously I understand that he's in spring. I do like these Fools very much. They're very Rider-Waite-Smith traditional, so you know, there's a lot of symbology here that it's the same. It's just we're seeing a different depiction or a different representation of the Fool. Okay, on to the Magician. Let me see if I can put these over here, actually. There we go. I actually favor this Magician over this one. And not because this one's not gorgeous, because it is. And this one is actually Clover versus this one being a beetle. But it just feels very appropriate to me that the Magician has multiple arms and multiple limbs. It just exemplifies that multitask, that taking into action, that manifesting a lot easier, or it aligns better with my thinking. And then again, I actually like beetles too, so so that's what it is. But yeah, I mean, as you can see, these two magicians are very different, but we still see them holding a cup, holding a wand over here, and they're holding a sword, and also they're holding some coins. So yeah, I mean, again, two very different representations of the Magician, but I really, really like them. Okay, so we're going to the High Priestess. And this is one of my favorite representations of the High Priestess ever. I feel like this High Priestess over here from the Children of Litha is a better representation of the High Priestess, even though I really like the colors on this one. This purple over here on this garment that the High Priestess is wearing is just so good. I really, really like this. But as you guys can see, they both have the pillars, one black and one white, and they both seem very spiritual beings, very zen. So that's very enjoyable. What I'm noticing is that actually these High Priestess have the same vibe. It's just depicted differently. I mean, we even have the moons over here. So yeah, this is amazing work by Sia. Moving on to the Empress. And over here we can definitely see that she's based on a satyr, or I think and Sia didn't say this on her guidebook, but for me, she represents Titania from Midsummer's Night Dream by Shakespeare. I don't really like Shakespeare. My favorite play from him is actually The Tempest. I really do enjoy The Tempest, but all of the other plays, I just never liked it. And she's wheat, and I feel that that's incredibly appropriate for representation of the Empress. Both being, this Empress being Titania. Well, in my view, this is not Sia's view. And this one being wheat makes incredible sense to me. It's very aligned with the Empress energy, and I really like that. Moving on to, let me see. Moving on to the Emperor. Okay. So, definitely, this one is less gory than, actually, this Emperor doesn't have any gore at all, but this Emperor was more, or is more dynamic, or it seems more dynamic. Maybe I should put these, whoop. Let me see. Sorry, guys. Okay, there we go. Definitely a bloody scene in the Emperor is unusual, but I'm also seeing a trend here with Sia having the Emperor carry a sword, which is actually very appropriate for the magician. I'm sorry, for the Emperor. I enjoy the sword, but like I mentioned in one of my previous videos, I actually like an Emperor that has no weapons in their depiction, because there's more authority in the Emperor, in my opinion, when he is able to carry out this sense of leadership without the need of tools other than just his own self and his views and his perspective and his knowledge. But these representations of the Emperor are amazing. I feel like I'm more drawn to this Emperor than this one, but it's probably because he's more sexually attractive than this one. But again, amazing representations of the Emperor. And here we have the Hierophant, which two very different vibes for the Hierophant. This is obviously a Minotaur, and we have here the plant Sage. This Hierophant seems more religious, and this one seems more pagan, or more spirit. Maybe not more spirit, more pagan, definitely. More witchy than this Hierophant over here. But as in any case, I enjoyed the depictions. Obviously, this is more Rider-Waite-Smith, and this is more taught for me. But I get the symbolism, and well, obviously, the Hierophant is the trump of Taurus. So, yeah, no, I like these. Moving on to the Lovers. So, you know, these are similar depictions of the Lovers, and I really appreciate the fact that Sia has given us gender ambiguous lovers. And at least one of the lovers is gender ambiguous. They seem like they could be feminine or feminized, but they're really not. They're very androgynous, and I appreciate that a lot. It's great to see lovers depicted that are not male and female specifically. So I enjoy that, but I also enjoy the fact that Sia has provided us with a snake for the lovers on both these. I mean, I know that these is supposed to be a butterfly, and these is supposed to be red maple, but again, they have similar vibes, and I really appreciate that. I like them, and I like how the lovers are in different poses as well. Moving on to the Chariot. If you guys saw my favorite depictions of the Chariot, you guys know that this is my favorite depiction of the Chariot ever. from any tarot. It's not that I don't think that this one's gorgeous, but this one just carries so much meaning for me and so much symbology that, I mean, it's indisputable that I like this one better than this one. And this one is Blue Iris and Camellias. Oh, and obviously we have seahorses and mermaid, or half shark, half woman, half female for the mermaid. Moving on to strength, and I love both these representations of the strength card, but this one over here is just so compassionate and so in line with my view of strength more than this one over here. Because this one over here, we have Angelica, and also we have, I believe this is Yellow Carnation. Because I did read the book and I'm trying to memorize the plants and why she chose these plants for the tarot, so that I'm able to read better for myself and for others, of course. But this is more compassionate. This is a more sympathetic scene than this one. This one is more of a I'm trying to calm you down scene, which again, stunning because they're both very in line with strength. But this one over here just catches my heart, and it packs a punch to my soul. So I like this one better. And obviously for this one is lions. And I believe that Sia does say that this one's a sphinx, but I could be remembering wrong. But it definitely lions. Okay, so here we have the Hermit. And actually, now that I'm seeing them side by side like this, it's the same color scheme, and that's pretty good. I enjoy that. They definitely seem very different from each other. This one's mugwort, and this one is, I believe, she's a satyr as well, but I believe that the other part of this is it's a reindeer or a white deer. So it's in that family of animals. But love the fact that both of them are carrying their own light. That is awesome. I really like that. I also like the lantern sometimes when the hermit is carrying the lantern is also very good. Because again, this exemplifies that you don't have to do it alone. You can carry tools with yourself. So that's great. Okay, here we have the Wheel of Fortune. And again, very much like this, both these Wheels of Fortune. For this one, we have foxes and the seasons. And for this one, we have oak, ash, hawthorn, blackthorn, I think. And we can also see the seasons over here. And obviously we can see the Wheel of the Year over here with the zodiac and the sun and the moon. Honestly, if I had to pick one, it would be this one, just because it has snakes on it. I align better with the snakes on the Wheel of Fortune than I do with these foxes, even though these foxes are gorgeous. This seems more Asian inspired, and this seems more Western inspired. And here we have both these gorgeous Justice cards. The only complaint that I have about these Justice cards is that I would like the scales to be bigger and more at the forefront of the image. But oh my God, do I love these. And this is Black-Eyed Susan. Or Black Susan, not Black-Eyed. Black Susan. And this one's Ostrich. They are both exemplifying the goddess Ma'at, especially this one. Ma'at is the goddess of justice in Egyptian mythology. and she was not paired with an ostrich. She was one of her symbols was an ostrich feather, so she's related to the ostrich. I love the fact that both these justices are exposed and bare. Very much enjoy that. Okay, here we have our hangman. Our hangmen. Again, very similar vibes and very similar color palettes for this hangman. She is supposed to be a algae mermaid, and so she's a regular, I guess, regular fish mermaid. And he's supposed to be blackberry. I like this. This is amazing. This hangman is being brought down by the anchor, and this one is just hanging from the blackberry bush or the blackberry arch. But both stunning images. Here we have our death card, and oh my god, both these death cards are incredible. This one's a lighter color scheme than this one, but there's so this one for me, this death card over here in the Children of Litha packs up much of a bigger punch than the belladonna here. She is inspired on an Asian mermaid, which is a little different than regular mermaids. Or I believe that she is, because she looks like how Asian mermaids are described, especially Japanese ones. So yes, very much enjoy both these death cards. They are amazing representations of death. They both seem very deadly. Even though this one looks like a plant, it's belladonna, and belladonna is one of the most poisonous plants ever. So yes, amazing work by Sia. Here we have our temperance, and obviously this one is tiger, and this one we have her as an olive tree, and these are yellow iris. I mean, both stunning images. I really enjoy the fact that we have very much similar vibes with this temperance card, especially aligning with the Rider-Waite-Smith tradition. I will say that I like this one having a gold and a silver chalice, and in my view, even though Sia didn't say this, in my view, she's tempering olive oil, versus this one who is tempering water, as you can see from the stream. But again, both amazing representations of the temperance card. I love her hair. It's just so nice. It's like needles, and I love it. Needle straight. Here we have our devil card, or devil cards, and obviously we have dragons on both of them, but this one's oleander, and this is I believe this is a traditional dragon, a Western dragon, definitely not Asian inspired. Asian dragons are more benefic, and Western dragons are more malefic. It's fine. It's both different myths, both different lores, but then again, I really enjoy the fact that it's almost the same scene, depicted a little bit different. This one's oleander. Did I say that already? I don't remember. But as in any case, the horned people over here are also, I believe them to be satyrs. But the fact that the dragon is hoarding treasure, it just aligns so good with my understanding of the devil card. And also, obviously, dragons. Biblical dragons are not very good, and I feel like that is sending that message for me, so I like it. Okay, here we have our tower, and This one is representing sea serpent, and this one is snapdragon. Again, amazing artwork. I love the fact that this tower over here is in the middle of the ocean, and you know, it's probably going to be destroyed not only by the sea serpent but also by the tumultuous and tempestuous waters over here. And I love that this one's in the middle of the forest, again obviously exemplifying the spring or the plant theme. But yeah, pretty typical for a tower card. Stunning imagery. I love the towers are different. That's great. You know, oh god, I just love the color on this one. For me, the tower is more an orange card, and probably because it's the trump of Mars, and I align Mars with orange instead of red for some reason. Okay, so moving on to the star card, and here we have an oarfish or an oarfish dragon creature, and here we have a water dragon, but he's supposed to be lavender. Amazing representations of the star card. You can see a lot of healing and a lot of tender care and even hope in both these depictions. And doing that for the star card is really hard. It's really hard because conveying an emotion on a picture, it's very difficult. She did an amazing job with that. Here we have our moon cards. These ones are wolves and well, obviously and a white dragon, and this one is moonflower. I have to admit that this card will make an appearance in my favorite depictions of the moon. I'm not gonna tell you where, but I do favor this moon card over this one. But yes, that's all I'm gonna say about it, because if I keep going, I'm going to give a lot of spoilers for that video. Here we have our sun card, and this one I believe to be either Sekhmet or Bast. Gods, I don't remember how to pronounce her name. But they're both Egyptian deities, and they're both felines. I believe one's a cat and one is a lioness. Sekhmet is the lioness, and she is more the goddess of war and medicine. I don't know, the Egyptians, not worse than the Romans. But yes, I think that this is Bast. It makes more sense to me that she would be the goddess of love and the goddess of beauty when it comes to the sun. But then again, I love the fact that we have sunflowers and a rooster in here. I don't know why I love this rooster in the sun card. Moving on to the judgment card. And here we have very atypical representations of the judgment card. This is more typical for me, but different enough that I'm not seeing the Rider-Waite Smith scene in this, but we have angels, trumpets, and this one is foxes again. She is a that's not a QB, is not a gods. I forgot the name of this fox spirit in Japanese. It's not a QB. A QB is a nine-tails fox. But anyway, I'll remember and then I'll let you guys know. And here we have our world card. And here we have this very tender world card versus this very they're just so different depictions of the world. I like that this one exemplifies cycles better than this one, even though you can see that there's a maze in a spiraling maze over here in the background. This one seems like a more tender, caring world, and this one is a more dynamic one. We have here, I think she's supposed to be an antelope, but I'm not really sure. Obviously, as some sort of centaur, based on a deer, I want to say, maybe a fawn. And this one is ivy, fern, and moss. Honestly, I align a lot better with this depiction of the world. The maiden, the mother, and the crone. It's just so appropriate for the world, and not that this isn't, but I align better with this one. Okay, here we go for the cups. And I've said it before, the aces on the Children of Litha are my favorite aces ever that have been depicted in any tarot. So obviously I'm going to favor this Ace of Cups over this Ace of Cups. But they're both beautiful, stunning images. Okay, here we have our 2. And these are seahorses. And actual seahorses, not like the one in the chariot cards. Were made out of water. But this one is catnip, and as you can see, we have the ladybugs over here. They're both really cute images for the Two of Cups. There is that feeling of coming together, better exemplified on here with the seahorses, probably because their tails are entwined. But I mean, the ladybugs are cute too. Here we have our 3, and we have goldfish, and these are sweet pea. You know, for some reason, when I saw this card, I was like, oh wow, the flowers look exactly like they're celebrating. But the only reason why is because it reminds me of that scene in Through the Looking Glass, by Lewis Carroll, where Alice comes into the flower garden and the flowers just greet her and ask her what type of flower she is. So that's the reason why I see more celebration here than I see here, even though they're gathering here and not over here. I don't know. It's just, it works out for me. Okay, so here we have our 4, and we have manta rays and a weeping willow. I just love how smoothly the manta rays seem like they are moving in this 4 of cups. It's just so beautiful. Here we have a hammerhead shark, and I believe these are hyacinths, guys, but this scene for the 5 of cups makes me more sad than this scene with the hammerhead shark. Even though the hammerhead, the shark is wounded, and yeah, I don't know why this one makes me feel more sad. Here we have our 6, and we have dolphins, and I don't remember what this one is, guys, but for memories and like that playful, childish sort of scene that we see in the Rider-Waite-Smith, I think this one exemplifies it better than this one. The butterflies on this scene do exemplify memories. So they both work for me. They're both very beautiful, but this one is, I think this one's a lot better, especially with the colors, these very sweet pinks over here. Moving on to the 7s. And here we have eels, and here we have a cowslip. I really like these depictions of the 7 of Cups because well, and this one is actually a lot easier to pick out the different options that the card is providing you. But in this one with the eel, it's a lot harder, but there's still hoarding treasure. There's still options here to pick from. I mean, they're also in the bottom of the ocean, so who knows how you're going to get there. But they both feel like the scene is not really what it seems, and that's what I like about these 7 of Cups. Here we have our 8, and we have obviously a jellyfish, and we have bleeding heart over here. Honestly, this one is a lot better for me than this one over here, even though I feel the same state of plenitude and escapism from both these cards. This one is a lot better because I just feel like this is more it's more surreal. It feels as though the jellyfish is actually swimming in the universe and not in the ocean, and that expansion of the card, of the feeling that I get from that, it aligns better for me with the 8 of Cups. Here we have our 9, and we have an octopus, and then we have, I believe, trillium and Irish moth, moss. As I understand from the book when I read it, trillium are actually way smaller, but these were depicted bigger so that we could actually see the plants and the flowers, which is great. Obviously, I really like octopus too. And I actually checked, guys. Octopus have arms, not tentacles. Who knew? But both great representations of the 9 of Cups, especially this one with the octopus, who I feel like it's cheering with the cups. It just made total sense to me. Here we have the 10, and we have narwhals, which is the only unicorn that we actually have on Earth. Apparently, and it's not even a horn. I think it's a tooth. But as in any case, I love the depiction of the family of narwhals over here, and obviously the roses are beautiful, and it totally makes sense for the 10 of Cups as well. It aligns for me. Here we have our pages, and for the page over here, we have flying fish, and for this one, I believe the flower is crocus. I actually like this one better because it's more dynamic. But I love the fact that we have a scene where we can see the water on both these, and like this wave that's coming in. So it's pretty cool. Here we have our Knight of Cups, and this one, I don't remember. I think she's not attached to any animal other than the white horse. But I see that this is carrying over here to the Knight of Cups. But this Knight of Cups is supposed to be Columbine. And the fact that these knights are actually, telling us a story, it's really good for me. I really like that. Here we have our Queen of Cups, and obviously we have the Queen here exemplifying the seal, and this one is apples. Beautiful, beautiful depictions of the Queen of Cups. Love these. It's fascinating that we have a night scene over here, and that we have a day scene over here. Here we have our kings, and this is a walrus and sakura or cherry blossoms. Both very tame depictions of the the King of Cups, which I actually appreciate. We don't need the king to be so aggressive and so imposing all the time. But it's especially interesting here with the walrus or the sea lion, because sea lions are really aggressive. Okay, so moving on. Here we have our Ace of Pentacles. Love this Ace of Pentacles. This is amazing, and I love the winter scene as well. It just totally works for me. Not that this doesn't. And this is honesty, guys, by the way. And this is the deer skull. Okay, here we have our 2. And we have climbing goats on the 2, and we have queens for this one over here. I like the balancing act that both these scenes are giving me. It's very... I don't know if you've seen these goats climb a wall, but it's very difficult. I don't even know how they do it. Okay, so here we have our 3, and we have oxen over here, and this one's our carrots, or Queen Anne's lace. I like the bees over here as well, exemplifying this this scene, because yes, teamwork, and obviously the oxen here as well, doing the same thing. It's just very good. I really like them. I like the colors on this one better though. Here we have our 4, and here we have one more. I think this is it's a sort of mountain goat. I don't remember what their names are, guys. I'm sorry. But this is also alfalfa. Very beautiful. I like the winter scenes better. I don't know why, even though I hate snow. And I don't like the cold. I like the winter scenes better. Here we have our 5, and then we have more deer and fawns, and we have cypress over here. Here we have our reindeer, and this is mistletoe. I don't remember what this plant is, guys, but we also have the really cheery and very cute cardinals over here with this reindeer. They look so cute together. Okay, so we have water buffalo, and we have gourds, very appropriate for and this one, actually the meaning comes across better than on this one, but for this one, the water buffalo is actually observing this plant grow and trying to decide if he's going to eat it or let it grow bigger so that he can eat more later. Here we have our donkey and oats. This one I like better, mostly because the spider symbology on the 8 of Pentacles is just amazing. There is no better symbol for me in the 8 of Pentacles than the spider, so I really like this, and obviously the colors are just so gorgeous. That green, amazing. Here we have our 9. We have antelopes and tulips. The 10, and we have another family, this time of rhinos, and we have the bounty of corn. Moving on to the page. And these are primrose, and I believe holly in the back. And this one's another sort of goat that I don't remember what. I'm sure they have names. I'm sure they all have names. But I love how different they feel from each other, but they're really good exemplifying the Page of Pentacles sort of feel for this. They have a similar color scheme. Actually, it's the same color scheme as well. Here we have our Knight of Pentacles. Patchouli. He's patchouli, and I think this is just a red horse. The horse, it's a type of horse that guys, I don't know anything about horses. I don't know anything about plants either. But yeah, it's that type of horse. Here we have sheep and verbena. I just really like these queens. They're so good. She seems to be wearing a Korean it's a Korean garment that women wear. I don't know if that's what she's wearing actually, but she looks gorgeous. I love this lemon green. Oh God, it's so good. And here we have our king. He is Magnolia, and obviously this king is meant to represent a bull. Okay, moving on to my favorite suit, which is the Ace of Swords. And, come on. This is just so good for the Ace of Swords. It's amazing. This is also a gorgeous image, but this is Lily of the Valley. But this one is just, this Ace of Swords is just so good for me. So good for me. Here we have our twos. And I like the fact that we have the same motif here for the swords, one going up and one going down. Amazing. So we have, I think these are barn owls. And on this one, I believe is eyebright, the plant. And obviously the praying mantis. Moving on to the very gory scene for both these threes of swords. Obviously for this one we have Swan, and for this one is Bittersweet, and I believe that to be extremely appropriate for the Three of Swords, because that's, even though I don't like that specific this specific meaning for the Three of Swords from the Rider-Waite-Smith, it is very bittersweet. And I mean, we have this scene over here with this swan just in complete pain. Yeah, I'm gonna move on from these threes because they make me feel like the Three of Swords. Okay, so we have a lunar moth over here, and we have puppies, and I don't remember what's this one. Sorry, guys. Puppies, obviously. Not puppies. Puppies from, we get opium from these. So, and it can very much put you to sleep, that's for sure. And the lunar moth as well over here, exemplified with the Four of Swords. Oh. There we go. So here we have pheasants for the Five of Swords, and this one is supposed to be starflower, or there's another name for this flower, but they're supposed to be starflowers. This one exemplifies the Five of Swords energy better than this one, but this is a stunning image. I mean, this peahen over here in the background from I just really enjoy this. But yes, this one is definitely more in line with the Five of Swords for me. Here we have our 6, and even though I'm liking the cycle of the butterfly over here for the Six of Swords, I like this one better with the magpie carrying the key away. Don't remember what the plant is, and now I'm still trying to learn them all, guys. Here we have our 7. And we have parakeets or parrots, and we have aspen for the 7 over here. These are very, very insidious images, and it just works very well for the 7 of Swords for me. Both of them. We have a cuckoo here, and we have a snake here taking one of the eggs from the parents over here. So yeah, no, I very much align with this. Okay, here we have our 8, and we have blue jay and kudzu for the 8. Both very appropriate images. There's nothing more heartbreaking than seeing a bird caged. I don't like that. In Costa Rica, the culture actually has, people go out and catch birds and put them in cages at their homes. I don't like that at all. But that is a great representation for the 8 of Swords for me, for that exact same reason. That caging that happens, and the kudzu being the 8 of Swords in the Children of Ostara was just so appropriate, because kudzu just spreads and it just goes everywhere, and it destroys everything that it touches. So it's very good. Here we have our 9s, and we have another Corbett. I believe this one's supposed to be a Raven, and we have here Chamomile, and I believe this is a Griminy for the 9. Chamomile is meant to soothe, and it's meant to soothe this nightmare over here that's happening, and also very distressing scene with these ravens. Love the fact that we have this red moon over here in the background. That's just really good. Here we have our 10, and we have vultures for the 10, very appropriate again. And also we have amaryllis or spider lily for the 10 over here. Again, I don't align very well with this meaning for the 10 of swords, but amazing depiction for the regular meaning for the 10 of swords on both of these. Here we have our page, and this is Slippery Elm, and this one is hummingbirds. I love the playfulness of both these. Okay, here we have our Knight of Swords, and I think this horse is a Mustang. I could be wrong. Do not quote me on that. But this one over here, he's meant to exemplify mint. I like this one better only because, even though mint is one of my favorite teas ever, I like this one better because this one's actually slaying the dragon, or this dragon bird creature over here. It just adds more dynamic. What's for a dynamic scene for the knight, and I really like that very much, even though it seems to be more aggressive. Okay, so moving on to our queen, and we have Harpy Eagle or just Eagle, I guess, for the Queen of Swords, and almonds on this one. Love the fact that they're both, I believe they're both Indian. I could be wrong. Do not quote me on that. But yeah, very much love these. I love the fact that they're both wearing gold. That's just beautiful. Here we have our king, and we have peacock and palm. I actually like this king better. He's just more sexually attractive than this one. That's the only reason why. Okay, so here we go for the aces. The Ace of Wands. Again, love this one. She's carrying a feline skull. It's just great depiction for the Ace of Wands over here. We have here Rosemary on fire being depicted. We have our 2s. So, okay. So, both these 2s have been confusing for me. Not that the image isn't stunning, because this is stunning. Beautiful, both of these. I especially love this ray of light brightening up the axe. That's just amazing. But it's a little hard for me when I get a reading and I get the 2 of Wands. Well, I mean, I haven't used this deck yet, but I have used this one, and I mean, I'm able to interpret it. But and yes, cats seem more devious and more dastardly, and if we think about that, in how cats seem to be scheming and planning all the time what to do and what to do next and how to get away with it, it makes sense with the cats. And here it took me a while, and I read the book, but there is a reason why. So the axe just exemplifying you moving yourself forward and carving that weight for yourself, and that aligns with the 2 of Wands. But yes, both of these are a little confusing. I'm thankful that I read the guidebook, because I'm of the opinion that if there's a guidebook, you should read it, especially if the artist goes with or goes through the symbology. It's just a lot easier to read the cards that way. We have our 3s, And obviously we have a gray wolf over here. I love the fact that this wolf is howling. It's just so, so beautiful. And for this one, we have bird of paradise and oranges. We have a family of lions and peonies. They seem very, I just really like this. It looks very celebratory of and I enjoy that for the four of wands. I actually align better with a sort of celebration of the self instead of just a regular sort of celebration, because this could be birthdays, this could be weddings, this could be graduations, this could be I don't know, something small that you just want to celebrate. But the four wands, or the wands being the suit of fire, and fire aligning better to me with the self. I think that it's a celebration of the self for me on the four of wands. Moving on to the five, and we have a white tiger and a Bengal tiger. And this is actually black pepper. And for some reason, both these images completely work for me. Especially, we can see the conflict here better. But here, we can see a more... I was going to say demonic, but that's definitely not the word. Maybe bizarre. Maybe the bizarre representation of the five of wands. And there's this conflict here. There's this... almost, going to catch you sort of feeling that I really like for this. Moving on to the six, and this is a mountain lion, and these ones are supposed to be bay laurel, and I don't remember the other one, but very much exemplifying victory, especially this mountain lion over here, victory over these bunnies over here. I don't know if you guys can see them, but we have bunnies over here. Moving on to the seven, and we have a coyote and a vulture, and these are red hot chili peppers. Here we have our eight, and obviously we have a cheetah over here, and this one is two of my favorite things. And when I did the video for the Children of Ostara, I couldn't tell that this was coffee and that this was cinnamon. And I love coffee and cinnamon. They're my favorite stimulants ever. But I will say that this one I like better because the wands are going up, and I like on the eight of wands when the wands are going up, or at least they're going on an angle that I don't know what I did there, guys, sorry. Versus these ones coming down. The energy of the eight of wands, it's exemplified better, I feel, when the wands go up. Having some tea so that I can clear my throat. Okay, so here we have our nine of wands. White fox or snow fox. And this is juniper. Oh. Here we have our 10. And I believe this is a leopard. And masterwort is the plant depicted over here. They're both carrying burdens, or they're both carrying things. This mugwort is actually trying to carry a world, and this one is an antelope. Oh, whoops. There we go. Here we have our pages. And she's supposed to exemplify, or they are supposed to exemplify a hyena, and they are oh God, I don't remember. I think it's allspice? No. Sorry guys, I don't remember what they're supposed to exemplify. I think it's allspice, but I'm not sure at all. Or clove. I think this one's clove, but this one's definitely hyena. I will say that I like this depiction better. Hyenas are fascinating animals, and I've read so much about them. Their hierarchy is just insane. I'm not going to give you an essay on hyenas, but I could. But yes, obviously I like this one better. Okay, so here we have our knight. dill. And again, it's this type of horse, but I don't know what horse it is. And going into the queens, and we have Black Panther and figs. I do want to say that this queen seems a lot more fierce than this one, even though she's wearing less. She looks just so such a worthy opponent. That's what she feels like, a worthy opponent. And here we have our king, and he's supposed to be cedar, and we have lion for the King of Wands, which is also very appropriate for me. I think I like the color scheme here better because the colors are a lot brighter than over here. And I don't like the volcano in the background for the King of Wands. It's far more aggressive than it needs to be. The King of Wands is already in a very, in my opinion, a very aggressive sort of king. But yeah, so there we go, guys. Those are the Children of Litha and the Children of Ostara side by side. Let me know which one's your favorite, guys. Hopefully this video isn't too long, but yeah, let me know in the comments, guys. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it, but see you next time. Thank you, guys. Bye bye.